When you search for something online, say a vacation to Los Angeles, it's not unusual to see advertisements for cheap flights and hotel deals by Venice Beach on every site that you visit thereafter for the next few days. We know that companies are collecting data about us, but there are a lot of misconceptions about what data they are collecting, or what they might be using it for. The information that's most useful for companies to collect is our browsing history and your search history. This data is collected, analyzed, and used to target us with relevant ads. However, there are several other ways for a company to track a user's online data history, and there are ways third parties can tell when the same user of the same device is visiting again through fingerprint scans. This technique is known as canvas fingerprinting. Websites use something called scripts, which is a set of automatic instructions that run at once without the user's interaction. When a script is running on a website you visit, it assigns your specific device a unique ID number so it can simply track your data. There are other techniques being used to collect data that are difficult to understand. Most of us have some awareness of cookies. A cookie is a special tool on the internet that is used to track your data. A process called cookie syncing allows the entities that are tracking you online to share the information they've discovered about you and link together the IDs they've created to identify your device. They can compare notes and build a better profile of you, and this is all done without your knowledge or input. Bypassing the normal cookie system altogether, there's also something known as a super cookie. These are cookies that are in nooks of your web browser that allow information to be stored, but they're not in the main cookie database. A particularly devious type of super cookie is one that stores itself in multiple locations and uses each of these locations to respawn the others should they be deleted so. Unless you delete all traces and forms of that cookie at once from all your browsers on your computer, then that cookie is going to come back. There are even ways to associate two different devices belonging to the same user. Companies can establish that they're owned by the same person even without attaching your name to them. Let's say you have a laptop and a smartphone, and you're traveling with them, and you're browsing the web through Wi-Fi. The advertiser or other company notices that there are two particular devices that always connect to the website from the same network. The chance of this happening coincidentally is similar to the chance of two people having the same travel itinerary. So, after a period of time, if it keeps happening, they can deduce that it's the same person that owns those two different devices. Now, they can put your browsing behavior on one device together with your browsing behavior on the other device and use it to build a deeper profile. So, how do we safeguard our privacy? There are lots of browser extensions and end-to-end encryption tools out there. A few include Ghostery, Brave Browser. End-to-end encryption is a system used on messaging devices that allows only the recipient and the sender to have access to that conversation. If a messaging system uses end-to-end encryption, no other third parties or outside sources are able to have access to that conversation. There are also private search engines that don't track or give out your information like Startpage. Living a more private online life starts with the user researching technology to learn more about how to use the privacy tools that are available. Being aware of what is actually going on in their private data when they log into the internet is how people can make more informed choices when it comes to their online privacy.